Hello everyone. It is Wednesday and we are here today for our virtual card class. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to make three really super sweet simple cards. We are going to be using the Pine Tree Trimmings bundle. You are going to love it. So I'm so glad you are here. Let me just turn the camera down and we will get crafting. All right, so let's just move this so y'all can see what I'm doing here. All right, so here is the Pine Tree Trimming stamp set and this little bundle. These little dies, these are so cute. So you get the dies, they fit all the trees. You have the garland, you have little presents, you have a star for the top of the tree, and then you have the bow, which coordinates with the stamp set right there. So we are going to make some really super cute cards. Again, I'm so glad you are here. And let me just get my phone going so I can see if there's any comments. So if you are here and watching, or if you're watching the replay, please feel free to say hello in the comments. Let me know where you are from. I would love to know. Let's set that over there. All right, so let's get crafting. We are going to make three adorable little cards. So I kind of gave you a little preview of what they look like in the little teaser, but we are going to, I'm not going to show them to you now. We are going to create them now. So we have our garden green. And we will simply fold this in half, just like so. Your card will open just like that. Now I have to remember, I'm trying to do this upside down. All right. So if things go a little crazy, I apologize. All right, so let's get this in. Now, we always do our white centers or a lighter color center. You can always go ahead and stamp something on the inside if you would like. Now we are going to use some designer series paper, and this is from the Timeless Plaid. All three cards are going to be using this designer series paper. I think it's very warm, it's very pretty, it can be used for masculine cards, it can be used for pretty cards. Love it. Okay, so we are going to take this and just attach this to the front of the card. Okay, so just like this, right in the center. Let's see, I keep hearing voices. Apparently that's my phone. And so I'm hearing myself. All right, so we have that. Now I used the Everyday Arches and I die cut out a piece of basic white, and we're not going to attach that just yet. We are going to grab our stamp set here, and we are going to just stamp this sentiment on here. All right, so I'm going to use Oh Christmas Tree. And we are just going to put this at the bottom, just like that. Clean this and put this ink pad away. I'm not going to need this one. All right, we are going to grab this Baker's Twine. It's black and white and gold Baker's Twine. It is so pretty. So pretty. So here's the black and the gold. Look how sparkly and shiny that is. Absolutely love it. But we're going to use the gold and the white for this card. Look at how shiny it is. Absolutely love it. All right. So you're going to wrap this around couple times. Let's go this way. And we're going to tie a pretty bow. And we'll just slide this over here a little bit. Now it doesn't matter where your bow lines up to begin with. You can always move it. So when I work with twine or linen thread, I always double knot so I can feel free to let the string go. And we are going to finish up our bow. I don't know, for me it just makes it a little easier to tie a bow. Tie that tight. We'll just play with that a little bit. All right, so now I'm just gonna kind of curl my paper and move it down just a little bit and get it right in place where I want it. That's a little too far. So we'll go right about here and then we'll just spread out just like that. Okay, now this is amazing. So this is velvet. So I already die cut this out. So they have specialty designer series paper. They have it in red, green, and white. And it's velvet. It is so cool. And it goes through the dye machine perfectly. So we are just going to use the dye, and that was in the bundle. I think the bundle with the stamp set and the dies, I think it's like $30.50 if I'm not mistaken. So very, very inexpensive for the two. So this is also the bundle that I'm featuring in our October Christmas craft along. So you can see that there's a lot of other things you can do with this stamp bundle. All right, so I'm going to grab my dimensionals and I'm going to be putting on a little more than I would normally, just because it is a different, it's a little softer. So I want to make sure I don't have anything that curls up. So we're just going to put it on each of the branches here. And then we'll put one right at the top. All right, so now we will put this right in the center. And I want to keep it a little lower because we're going to be adding a star. All right, so I had already gone ahead and I die cut out 3 little stars, and they were out of the gold paper. I'm just going to use some mini glue dots here. Let's put them on here. One is going to go, of course, at the top of our tree, just like that. And then the other 2, we will wait attaching those. So we're going to take this and attach this to our card base, and we're just going to do this flat. You can go ahead and use dimensionals if you would like. Okay, I'm almost at the end of my roll here. Okay, that kind of moved. So there we go. We'll put this right here in the center. Press that down. Make sure we still open the right direction. All right, so let's grab those glue dots and put the other 2 stars on. Oh, let's see here. Let's put one here. Then grab the other one. And we'll put one right up there. All right, so here is card number 1. Sweet, simple, cute, and fast. And then, like I said, you can go ahead and stamp something in here. Some little presents would be really cute in the corner, but super easy. All right, card number 2. Grab all our little bits. Now, I did go ahead and I stamped some of this and die cut it out just for time's sake. So we have our crumb cake paper. And let's just fold this right in half like we do with our cards. Press it down. And of course we have our inside. And you can stamp something on the inside. center that ish. Okay, there we go. Now I have more of that really pretty designer series paper. This was the Timeless Plaid. Isn't that nice? It looks like a flannel shirt, doesn't it? I like it. Okay, so let's put some adhesive on here. We'll put that right on our card front. Yeah, like I said, these are really, oh, that totally did not lay like I wanted it. All right, let's peel that up. Whoopsie. Okay, so as I was saying, like I said, these are just really easy, cute, quick cards. All right, so I had already stamped out and die cut these really cute trees. So this was in the garden green, and then these were in black. They're cute. All right, so we are going to attach them to our card. The center one, the green, we will just lay that one flat. And we'll put that just right in the center here. Just like that. Now these other two, we're going to pop them up with some dimensionals. So where did I put my dimensionals? There they are. Now you don't need a whole lot of them on the back of the trees with the cardstock. I added more dimensionals with the one with the felt because it was a little, I don't know what the word would be, wobbly maybe? It wasn't, it's not as thick. It's a little softer. So that's why I put more dimensionals on that one. Okay. We are just zipping right along. All right, so now we will add our two trees on. So let's see, the white one we can put a little lower. Right about there. This one. I just want it off just a little bit. All right, so that's where we're at. Now I do have a die, and this was cut out of the traditional label dies. I believe that's what it's called. So we're going to stamp. I'm going to use shaded spruce this time. And we will use our little block here. Juice that up and just put that right in the center. 'Tis the season. So you will not believe the amazing cards that we had created. So I had teamed up with two other demonstrator friends, and we each came up with a bunch of different cards and designs and projects. So it's not just cards, there's 3D projects, there's a bonus project, which is so fun. It's something that you'll be able to definitely use on your Christmas tree. That's all I'm going to say about that one because it is a surprise. But you are absolutely going to love it. We created so many projects and you get so much product in your kit. It's crazy. It is just crazy. All right, so we're putting this right in the center and I'm just gluing it flat. You could go ahead and put a dimensional in between the two trees to keep that popped up, but because these trees are already popped up, unless you're pouncing on it, it should be just fine. Okay, so now we are going to grab this really pretty twine. I probably should have moved everything up just a little bit, but that's all right. So we're going to do a double bow. So again, with the double bow, you want to pull as much as you think you would use to make just one bow. And then pinch it off and then pull a little extra thread. So we'll cut it that way. And then we'll take our scissors and cut it there. So now we want to make a bow. maybe. Come on. There we go. So it doesn't look so great now, but we're going to play with the bow a little bit and get it to where we want it. Now, where did you come from? You came from the back. There we go. So that's not too bad. All right. I'm just going to trim. And so because we put this down a little bit, I think we'll put the bow right up here at the top. And I'll show you where I had put it on my original sample in just a moment. There. Okay, so on my sample card, I put the bow right on the tag. But because I made this little cluster a little lower on this card, we're just going to put the bow up on top. And then you could always fill in with some embellishments. All right. So again, we're using the Pine Tree Trimmings bundle. This is the bundle that we're using in our October craft along. And I'll put this back. Let me just show you real quick before we get to the last card some other cards. So I had recently gone to Michigan for a creative convention, and we did a huge shoebox swap. So we had to make 25 cards, and then we had to put all the pieces together for the shoebox swap for another 25 cards. It was crazy. Okay, so here is using the same bundle. This was one of the cards, and this was made by Cindy Sheets. Isn't that pretty? And she stamped on the inside. So there was that one, and it's using the same bundle. All right, the next one is using the same bundle. Isn't that cute? And then this one opens this way, and I don't know who made this one. There was not a name attached to it, but isn't that cute? So I would put a piece of white in here. Oh, let me go down. Piece of white in here so that you could write something. I think that's cute. And she used the sparkly shimmer gems. Love it. Now, these are 3 cards. It's not using the same set. It's using a similar one. And so bad, I don't know the name of it. This one did not have a name with it. But isn't that pretty with the black and the white? This was modern something. Ooh, I'm so bad. I should have wrote that down. But these were a part of that. And this one was made by Denise Will. Isn't that pretty? I love the shimmer of the gold. Very nice. And then this was using the stamp set, Wishing You Joy. And this was created by Charlene Behrens. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. But she designed this, and she also put a little note on the inside. Isn't that cute? Love it. And then I have to show you, I got this really adorable card in the mail yesterday from my friend Linda. And her card is really pretty. I love all the sparkle and the shimmer. And let me tell you, the camera does not do this card justice. This is embossed with the sunflower, and I know it's not the stamp set we're using, but I wanted to show this because this is just so pretty. And then Wink of Stella everywhere. I love it. So pretty. So thank you, Linda. Thank you for that. All right, on to our last card. We are going to be using the crumb cake again. We'll put all our little bits here. These are just some very sweet, simple cards. So easy to do. All right, so now we'll take that same Designer Series paper, just another sheet out of it. And we'll put our adhesive on. And this is just going to go flat on our card base. There we go. Now we have our inside have to put it inside in. Right here. So you can write your little message. Okay, so now I had taken some basic white, and then this is the Calypso Coral, and I had embossed this with the birch embossing folder. So I'm going to put some adhesive on there. Get this attached to our white card base, or to our white cardstock here. There we go. And then let's attach this and put this on our card base. You could go ahead and add dimensionals if you would like. Okay, now this one needs to go up a little higher. So put that right about there. All right. So let's do our stamping. So this is again from the same dies, and I have most of the products listed in the description in this video, so you can see what things I've used. And let's see here, sending Christmas wishes. Where is that? That is not in the, oh, it is in this one. Am I missing it? Oh, here it is. All right, we're going to use our crumb cake. Make sure we're covered good. Well, and that didn't work at all, so we'll just flip it over. That's weird. Okay, let's try this again. There we go, make sure we got it. All right, there we go. All right, put this one back. All right, so we'll let this dry. We'll put this over here for just a little bit. Now, I am looking for my silicone mat, which I do not have. Okay, so that's all right. So we will take our pieces. So this is out of that Glimmer paper, the festive Glimmer paper, and I do have that in the description as well. We have our Christmas tree. I'm going to take some glue. Now you could attach these right away to an adhesive strip and then die cut them, which would probably make more sense. So let's see here, we're going to put this on. Come on. And turn it this way. Do one right about here. There we go. You want to make sure, whoops, your ends meet. And we'll put the next one on so it looks like really pretty garland. Like cute. So I'll go up here into this one. You could use seal, but I think it might just get sticky all over. Worse than liquid glue, if that's even possible. And this one we don't need to glue the whole way. Oh, we need to go this way. I'm just going to go up here and right there. Don't worry if it's hanging off. I'll take care of that in a minute. Glue on here. Don't need a whole lot. Let's flip it. Yeah, put that like right between these two. Just like that. Now you can angle them any direction you would like. Okay, flip it and then we will just trim. Make sure they don't move. Trim. There we go. Excuse me. All right. So now we will add our dimensionals on our little Christmas tree. We'll flip that over. Press it down. Make sure that glue is going to adhere really well. And let's add our dimensionals. You could always add more if you would like. All right, so now let's add our little Christmas tree right about here. There we go. And let's add our sentiment. Dimensionals on this. This was the yucky side. It's the technical term, the yucky side. All right, so now we'll put that right down here. Look that up. There we go. And we will grab some of this thread and we will tie a really simple bow. I kind of want the strands at the bottom a little longer. My hands are a little sticky from that glue. There we go. Pull them down. Just like that. All right, now we need to get our mini glue dot. Where did I put them? I just had them in my hand. Here it is. Okay, we'll use this one. Just peel that off and put that right at the top of our tree. It's sticking to the other glue on my finger. And right on there. Just like that. All right. So that is card number 3. So again, we used, let me just go over what we did. So we have our pine tree trimmings bundle. Put this in camera here. So we have the stamp set and the dies. And we made these really cute cards. I think they're so cute. Here, we'll move this out of the way. There we go. And our very first cards that we did. All right, which way we gotta go? There we go. And then get in there. Here's our bundle that we used. So we used, go this way. There we go. So we used the pine tree trimmings bundle, the stamp set, and the dies. And I believe you can get them for $30.50. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what they are. So you can make such adorable cards. I showed you some other cards from a swap that I did. And then these are the cards that we made today. Now, if you like these, you can get this card kit for free. You will get to make 6 cards. You will get the designer series paper. You'll get the little glimmer paper. You'll get the gold. You'll be able to create these cards. You'll get trees out of the felt. Isn't that awesome? So I will send you this for free, a 6-card kit with envelopes for a $30 purchase at my online store as a thank you for shopping with me. Or if you find that you would just like the kit, that's perfectly fine too. You can just order the kit for the $30. So you have 2 options. But you know what? If you're going to spend $30, why not just get this for free? You can buy this, and you have everything that you need. All right. So again, don't forget, you will only have until this coming Monday to take advantage of this. And you will also get the tutorials. So you get to watch this video, and you'll also get the tutorials with the directions and pictures on how to assemble everything. And also don't forget about the Christmas craft along in October. The last day to register for that is also on Monday, so you won't want to miss out. So that is all I have for you right now. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and have a wonderful rest of the day. If you do have questions about the kit or the craft along, please feel free to reach out to me. Just send me a message or an email. All right, so thank you so much, and God bless.